Picture this. You're the first person of your country to travel into space, an environment completely unknown, and being the first and only person on the spaceship. With many uncertainties and potential mechanical issues, there is one thing you are certain of, and that is you're alone. But what if you weren't? What if during your mission you start hearing a constant loud knocking coming from outside your spaceship? This is exactly what happened to Yang Liwei during China's first manned mission to space. October 15th, 2003, Yang Liwei would officially become China's first astronaut. He flew aboard the Shenzhou 5, making China the third country to send a human into space independently, behind Russia and the US. During the launch, Yang Liwei experienced some extremely powerful vibrations within the spacecraft. After the mission, he said that the pain was unbearable. This issue, however, was completely mechanical, and when checking for issues within the spaceship after re-entry, they resolved the problem for later missions. During the 21-hour mission, he suddenly started hearing a loud knocking occurring periodically, which he described as sounding like a hammer hitting a metal bucket, or something hitting the hull of the spaceship. Yang was described as being very scientifically minded, so while this was happening, he kept his cool and tried to figure out what was going on. He looked out the window of the spacecraft, but couldn't see anything out there. He completed the mission and returned back to Earth in one piece. However, he was initially quiet about the knocking. It's thought that he was afraid no one would believe him, and he also didn't want to spark controversy amid such a monumental accomplishment for China. However, he did eventually tell people, as he started conducting some experiments to try and replicate the sound he heard during that spaceflight. It was later revealed that other astronauts had experienced the exact same thing on later missions. These are three of the most common theories. The most basic of the theories is that the sound was caused from the internal mechanical systems experiencing stress, creating that knocking sound. The second theory is that Yang may have been experiencing some psychological effects, such as auditory hallucinations, which may have been caused by the intense vibrations he withstood during the initial launch of the spacecraft. Hallucinations caused by vibrations are heard of, except the main reaction is known as PVS, or phantom vibration syndrome, which causes people to think they are experiencing vibrations from their phone or other devices when they aren't. It's possible that Yang may have experienced some auditory hallucinations due to the intense nature of the vibrations. However, I believe the final theory is the most likely. The final theory is the one I believe to have happened. Yang Liwei came up with an idea that the knocking sounds were actually expansions and contractions of the metal hull due to temperature fluctuation. This phenomenon is actually quite common, as it's exactly what causes the random loud creaks within your house. Yang Liwei's mysterious flight will remain as one of the creepiest yet most intriguing moments in space and scientific history. Whether it was a mechanical issue, auditory hallucination, or temperature-induced contractions, the thought of hearing knocking in a place you think that you're alone will always be frightening.